Hey everyone, Jason here, doing a EDC bag video. Here is my bag. He's a 25-liter bag that I purchased on Amazon for under 40 bucks, and he's a fantastic little bag that kind of has a little bit of tactical look to him and features to him, but for the most part is just a standard solid black everyday 25-liter bag that has lots and lots and lots of compartments, lots of zipper pouches and gear storage compartments everywhere throughout this bag. So this is him camped out in my passenger seat of my car, and I do have him connected there with a carabiner clip to a strap that's coming from the back of the seat, one of those little protective covers that clips on around the headrest and then down along the bottom of the seat to protectively keep your passengers from tearing up the back of your seat. So here he is sitting there, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take him out and throw him on the floor in the garage here and show you everything that I keep in this guy. That's only 25 liters and he weighs well under 20 pounds. So you're going to be surprised how much stuff I've got in this thing. And I tell you, boy does it come in handy having it, all these items that are in here, because man, I can't tell you how many times I've been in a situation and wished I had something that I now keep in this bag. So let's get to it. Alright, so I've taken everything out and laid it out here on the floor, and so I'm going to go through things kind of one at a time, as quickly as I possibly can. So just to start it off, okay, I like to keep some power banks of some sort, Anchor being a fantastic brand for the sake of the fact that they're probably one of the best, if not number one, at holding their charge for an extremely long time, not having to worry about whether or not that these power banks sit in a pack or bag or anywhere for months and months and months, and then when you go to use it, it's going to maintain at least 90% of that charge that you that it had from the last time you charged it so many months ago. So that's really where they set themselves apart, and the fact that their power banks, their battery packs, hold their charge for an extremely long time. That makes them much more reliable than all of their other competitors out on the market. So I have one that plugs into the wall that then also provides a little bit of juice, and then I've got another compact stick one again, and then so I've got a couple of chargers, and he tends to come in and out of the house or in and out of work with me. And then I've got plenty of extra cords, you know, of a couple of different lengths for the sake of charging multiple devices and having just multiple cords in case one goes bad. I have flashlights. Flashlights is an important thing for me because there's nothing more valuable than having light at your fingers when you need it. And so a lot of people don't think in an EDC bag of having a headlamp. I think a headlamp is a fantastic idea to have in this EDC bag for the sake of the fact that not only being able to have light at your fingertips, but having a hands-free light source that allows you to use both of your hands for doing whatever, whether it's working under the hood of your car or you know, just, tying knots, things like that, cutting things up, things that you need both hands to do. There you go, you have a light. So having a good decent brightness headlamp with all your features, and this one has the red too, which is a nice feature to have. Then another one which I got mostly for the sake of being attached to the pack, inside the pack, and being on a retractable cord, is to be able to be able to find things within the pack or right there within my car. That clips in and out, and can use that there. Then I have another small light that I have here, and looks like he's out of battery and needs to be charged from the last time I used him. Yep, he needs to be charged, but he's an Olight 500 lumens. He's the S10R Baton 3. So very nice, very bright light when he's charged and when he's working. But I keep a charging base here, and he just uses USB. This is a USB chargeable headlamp as well. The charging port's right there, so that's another good thing. This guy's also USB recharging, which is nice. It's nice to have most of my lights be rechargeable lights. I also have on the pack, attached to the pack on the front outside, I have this Condor admin pouch thing, which fits on there great. And I've got a large light, also with a USB rechargeable battery. This is a large 800 lumen handheld Phoenix TK09 light. I believe he's around 800 or 900 lumens. So I have a light there as well. And this little EDC pouch pocket thing that can go on my waist, I've got a little pin light on him as well. He is not a rechargeable guy, and there we go. He's a little finicky there. I think I left him unscrewed a little bit so that he can't accidentally come on while in the bag. But he's a Thorfire PF03. And he spits out about 90 lumens, 90 to 120 lumens or something. He runs off of just a single AAA battery. Nice little lightweight EDC pocket flashlight. So then I've also got a everyday Benchmade solid Osborne 940 knife, and then I have my SOG Q3 multi-tool with all the locking tools that goes into that guy. So he goes on his own little carry pouch, so I can take him with me if I know I just need, those 3 primary tools. So I've got him. I always keep a microfiber cloth rag just to wipe things down, whether it's my hands or it's cleaning off something real quick that I need to use. I've got that. Always nice to have a little EDC rag. Zip ties. I've got a couple of different sizes, some shorter ones and a couple of longer ones. Zip ties are definitely a must-need EDC item. Always nice to have zip ties handy. Tons and tons of uses all the time. Here's some Spectra cord. No, it's not 550 paracord. It's Spectra cord. Stuff's a little more expensive, but if you look into it, if you do the research on this type of cordage, there's so much more awesome properties to it that I'm not gonna dive into for the sake of time for the video. But Spectra cord is some awesome stuff. Look into that stuff and what all it's capable of, because it's insane what kind of rope cordage it is. How lightweight, compact, extremely durable, holds well over 100 pounds on this thin stuff, which is a lot better than 550 paracord. So take a look into that cordage. I love that kind of cordage, rope, whatever you want to call it. Alright, back over here. I have a short cabled combination lock. You never know, going to a gym, stop in places where you can't have the backpack, but you need to lock it up, lock it up to a chair at an outside eating area at a restaurant. So always nice to have a good lock if you got to get on a plane flight or whatever. You can lock your bag. This is a TSA approved lock, so it's nice to have a small lock like that. And I really like the chain deal. If I put a firearm in my backpack in one of the compartments, I can lock up the zippers on that one compartment to make sure that nobody can get to that firearm but me. That kind of a deal. If I'm not carrying the firearm on my person, which is my preferred way of doing things, it's just safer that way. A nice little compact Bic lighter on this guy, which also provides me a small little blade, as well as being a bottle opener and stuff. So he's some versatility to him, and he can serve as a money clip, I think, or something or another. I don't know. It's a neat little tool, and nicely holds and protects the mini Bic lighters. So that's a nice little tool. Then a small bottle of hand lotion. Always nice to have hand lotion. You never know, especially at work on truck days where we're doing boxes. You know, moving boxes around, moving stuff around in the store and whatnot. Your hands get really dry. Going to construction sites, working in the dirt, just, you know, hand lotion, unscented stuff for us fellas, preferred, is just a really good item to have. Alright, the next item is a small bit bar type tool and bit bar. So I've got some different bits, some hex bits, flatheads, and Phillips heads there, as long as again, Phillips and flatheads there, extra ones there. And this guy is you can attach him here at the bottom and screw that way, or you can throw him into you can put him into that guy there and have him as a torque wrench setup as well. And he's also a bottle opener, and what do you know, there's also a small tiny little light on the end of him as well. So, and I've got him just on a little carabiner clip type clip. So great to have some kind of a bit set. Another item that I've got in here is just a beard comb, saddlewood beard comb. I do have a small beard, but you can also use this as a regular comb. You never know. Even the kids get gum in their hair or whatever. You can use this to help get that out. It's you know, they picture day and they forgot to tell you. It's a comb. It's a comb. Works great as a beard comb, and you can use it for as many other things, for combing other things. Alright. Another item is some earplugs. Got some earplugs here. Always good to have earplugs because, I mean, you never know. Always nice to have earplugs. Another awesome EDC item, which I think people don't think about or overlook or is forgotten or never even mentioned and never even a thought in their mind, is some kind of a magnet. This is a retractable stick magnet. So it's a nice little magnet. You know, you drop something between the seats or you know, between tables or desks or something in a tight area that you can't get to, and it's magnetic. You can use the magnet to get that. Same thing in the car. If you drop a nut or a bolt, doing some car maintenance or whatever, emergency car road work on your car on the side of the road, and you drop a nut or a bolt or screw or something, you got that magnet to pick it up. A plastic spork, heavy duty spork. That's not really heavy duty, but it's a nice lightweight compact spork. You never know, having an eating utensil or use it for other things. There's lots of uses that you can use eating utensils for. A Sharpie markers and Sharpie pens. Always nice to have a good pen. Sharpies are great because they stand out nice and bold. So a fine point marker, Sharpie pen there. And rather than a regular Sharpie marker, I went with this guy. This is the Sharpie Pro. For the beauty of the fact that he'll show up on things that are wet or oily or slick surfaces. It can write on just about anything. and that's, you know, an important factor to me. Some Loctite brush-on super glue. Some super glue is always good for medical purposes, along with the obvious, you know, needing to fix something real quick that broke, whether it's for you or the kids or somebody else. Some dental floss. Dental floss is fantastic, not only for the fact that it's dental floss and you can use it for your dental hygiene needs, but you can also use it to stitch something together, sew something together, tie something together. Tons of uses for dental floss. It can really come in handy on many occasions, many scenarios. These binder clips are awesome for the sake of, hell, you can use them for chip clips, you can use them to hold anything together besides paper. And I've got the big ones connected to a large paper clip, which also has so many MacGyver uses to them, as well as some medium-sized rubber bands. And then I've got the smaller clips, along with some other paper clips as well. So a little bit of office supplies in there, always nice to have. Another thing is some kind of tape. I just, for whatever reason, I have a big preference towards your electrical tape. Not because I'm an electrician or have that kind of a background by any means. I just think it's a really solid, well-constructed tape in a relatively compact roll, and you get quite a bit on a roll this size. And there's just tons of uses, and really nice to have some kind of tape with you. So whatever type of tape of your preference of choice, this just electrical tape's where I went with. Alright, wet ones, as you can see, wet ones. A small little compact pack of wet ones is nice for cleaning things up and killing germs and stuff like that. Another thing, which I got the whole pack in here for the sake of the fact that I don't know what to do with the rest of them, but I mean, they came in a pack of like 15 or 20 or something like that. But these are little magnifying glass cards, so you can put them in your wallet, you can put them in your purse or wherever. But they're magnifying cards, so they're just magnifiers, and you can actually also kind of use them. They're designed to where you can use them to start fires. You know, if any of y'all when you were kids burned ants and bugs in your driveway using magnifying glass, yeah. Be nice to the wildlife now that you're grown up, but if you need to start a fire or whatever with that, you can use that for that sake. Alright, moving along. Here's some extra, what do you call those things? Zipper pulls. Some extra zipper pulls for my pack, or, you know, a jacket, whatever. You know, people lose those things all the time. So it's always nice to have a couple of extra zipper pulls. And I've got a 16 gig external USB doodad for, you know, if somebody wants to share some data with me or whatever, if I need to copy some stuff off of something, I've got one of those for that. So I've got that in a nice protective little Ziploc. Some kind of a sewing kit with some extra buttons, just a little compact sewing kit. Again, either with the sewing thread or use the dental floss for some heavier duty sewing needs. That's great. I've got a little microfiber cloth in a Ziploc bag, and of course my car, I've got, you know, large first aid kits and a tourniquet kit and trauma kit and all that fun stuff. But nice to have just in your EDC bag that goes with you everywhere, just not in the car but with you, to have an assortment of sizes of Band-Aids and some antibiotic ointment packets in there as well. So nice to have just some extra, you know exactly where it's at, it's quick and easy to get to, Band-Aids and antibiotic ointment. Then I've got just a handful of different odd-sized bags, medium, small bags, Ziploc bags. It's just nice for, you know, storing, keeping things dry and clean when you need to. You find a bug or that tick that's kind of weird looking that bit you or was on you, and you've got to save the tick in case something happens, in case you get Lyme disease or whatever, that they can check the tick, that kind of a deal. It's just good to have Ziploc bags of multiple different sizes and put some medicine in it, what have you. A fixed blade, some kind of a small to medium-sized fixed blade is real good to have. This is my White River S35EN steel. Just a nice little paper fixed blade. Definitely my favorite fixed blade knife. Half of the time he's on me when I'm going places, but if not, he's stored and kept in this bag, so I know where he's at. Trying to go as quick as I can here. I know it's going to be a long video because it's a whole bunch of stuff. So I do have a video on this EDC pocket pouch bag. Not that he really is, unless you got big cargo pockets. I don't think he'd fit in a front pocket or a back pocket, really. Maybe a back pocket, depending on your pants. But I've got tons of stuff in here. Again, some duplicating with some knife and lighter and pens and other pocket knives. One cool thing to have is a compact tape measure to take with you everywhere. All kinds of stuff in here. So, and Q-tips. Check out the video on that guy, because he's really cool. And you know, if you can't bring a big bag like this, or you don't want to bring your larger EDC bag with you, and you've got plenty of stuff in here, and you feel like this is all you need, I can grab him out of that pack and just go with him and attach him to another pack or my belt or whatever. So I've got him. Last few couple things, I've got some medium duty work gloves, some decent work gloves, whether that's working on changing a tire on the side of the road, or you know, you're helping somebody out with some yard work or at a buddy's house or whatever. Just having some decent gloves is really good to have in an EDC bag. And then the main compartment, the largest compartment in this bag, I actually leave empty, reserved for either a packable rain jacket or a small, lightweight or medium weight jacket during the fall and winter time in the colder months. When it's colder out, I always keep a lightweight jacket in the car, and he's usually in this pack. And then this guy, either he gets shifted based off of what's going in my EDC bag. He's either in the EDC bag or the jacket's in the EDC bag. So the one that's not in that EDC bag is usually in my bug out bag in the trunk of the car, or just in the trunk of the car, or in my front passenger seat. So regardless, one kind of jacket is in the bag, and the other one is somewhere in the car. And I've also got a lightweight hoodie, pullover and pants and shirt and socks and stuff that I keep in the car, kind of as an attachment to my go bag. You know, just a full set of clothes and shoes and socks and all that stuff. So great. Another thing, that if I'm not wearing one and at least have one in the car, it's a damn hat. Always have a hat in the car. It's always good to have a hat in the car. Alright, lastly, last couple of things that are in this EDC admin pouch, Condor admin pouch. Things that I typically am taking with me to work. I've got one of those little Sidewinder blades and bottle opener and screwdriver combo bits. So he hangs out right there. Then I've got the SOG Q1, which is a blue ink pen, scissors, heavy duty or medium duty scissors, as well as bottle opener, flathead screwdriver. Nice little thing. The only thing I wish that this guy had, and I wish they included, was some kind of a little pen knife, a little tiny knife, a little blade in there. That would have been great if they were able to add that to that particular Q series model. And then the other thing that I've got shoved in here is my name tag thing for work. So he's there as well. And shoot, I left him on the dresser. But I also, he's either on the dresser and he's going on my wrist, or he's in this little admin pouch here, and that's a wristwatch. One of my wrist watches. I also have in this compartment here a neck knife. This a compact neck knife. This is a real steel. yeah, 9 CR18 MOV blade. So he's just a nice little compact neck knife. If I want to wear a neck knife, have a neck knife on me, he's nice to have. And he's also on. I always do on my neck knives. I do for the lanyard. I do a bit of that Spectra cord, and then the little Key Smart magnet guys. Because again, sometimes reaching for something with a magnet, you can get down in there with a stick, but sometimes this guy is not long enough, or just where I've got to go, I need something that bends more, so having this on a lanyard type deal, magnetic clicking type deal, that magnet setup can prove to be useful in many other ways as well. So that's that, and of course he already showed you the flashlight, and I've got some cool personalization tabs. On the side here I've got your Night Eyes S-Beaner clip, and of course on the top, as I already mentioned, again the whole Night Eyes brand, because they're nice and thin and compact and durable, and they have those little locking features to the clip part of it. The number 4 Night Eyes clip to attach to the seat, so that if I have to slam on my brakes or I get in an accident, that this bag with all this stuff in here and all that weight, which is somewhere around 18 pounds I think with the heavier jacket and everything, right around 17-18 pounds, and that way by attaching it to something in the car, it's not a flying object that could seriously hurt me or one of my passengers. But fantastic bag. Of course, you can use whatever bag you want. But what's great about this bag, as you can see, it's got so many freaking pockets inside of it. So many organizational pockets. This part right here is soft, hard, hardened. I keep the light and stuff in there, and sunglasses in there. If I'm taking my sunglasses, I throw my sunglasses in there. I usually have at least one, if not 2 pairs of sunglasses in the car. I can put any camera, whatever, any valuable stuff I can put in that pocket. So yeah, tons and tons of pockets. These little, so look for this pack on Amazon. I'll try to provide a link to it. You know how Amazon, these after not so popular named brands, they kind of come and go, and the price constantly changes. I know I paid less than $40 for him, which is a really good deal. He's a very durable pack for that. It has a lot of cool features on him, besides the MOLLE webbing on the front there and on the side here. The main compartment, the zipper goes all the way down, so you can totally open him up flat. The back side of him, you got your little chest clip here, and with the whistle, but you also have this section where you can hide a firearm if that's your deal. But it's made for the straps to unclip and go inside of, so the straps are out of the way for the sake of storing in a locker or in a cabinet or wherever. But then also you can then, when he's all zipped up with everything and the straps are slid into that sleeve, you can carry him via this handle right here on the side, kind of like a briefcase carry, which is a really cool feature. So that's all the stuff that I keep in an EDC pack, and trust me, I've used in the 6+ months that I've been carrying him and keeping him together and all this stuff together, I've used probably 90% of these items just within the past 6 months. So, and again, just having this stuff at the ready, available to you, whether it's for yourself or it's for a friend or a family or just whoever, when you're out and about with it, it's so phenomenal to be prepared and to have these items within reach when you need them. Oh, did I forget to mention the notepad? That was probably obvious. This is one of those write in the rain pads that you can write stuff down on when you need to. So I believe that was the only thing that I had skipped over. Pretty sure I got everything else. So video is long enough. I hope this was helpful. I hope that some of these items were some things that most people don't have or don't bother to carry, but probably should and would benefit from. So yeah, take it for what it is, and I'll catch you next time.